I'm so thankful today for what would have happened, what would have turned like a national tragedy that was averted. And that was the plane that was an airline, Alaska Airline, that was actually flying from Washington State to San Francisco. But an off-duty pilot made an attempt, jumped seat and made an attempt to shut off the two engines. Could you imagine what would have happened to the passengers? Everyone in that plane would have been gone, just like that. But my heart goes out to this guy, Mr. Emerson, that actually carried out this attempt. Why? Because we're not sure what is happening in his life. He's an off-duty pilot. He's a pilot himself. You know, could it be that he's going through tough time? Was he depressed? What was going on in his life? What was going on in his mind? Is it that he has some ideological beliefs or something that have led him to this? Well, I mean, I just hope he gets help. That's one of my heart desire for him, that he gets help, you know. And also the pilots or the people that actually subdue him, kudos to you guys, because you save lives. You didn't just save your lives, you saved the life of everyone that was on board. So this brings me to just a word of wisdom here. Please, if you are flying, when you are in the airport or in the plane, just watch out. Watch out. You might be a savior to somebody, or you might be able to avert one of these things if you ever come your way. And I pray not, you know, when we fly, and we don't, you know, encounter such things, you know. So he is as at the moment, he's in custody with serious charges, you know. And I feel for him in the sense that all his years of training to be a pilot I think it's over for him. I think so, you know, because of the charges that he's going to face.
Pilot riding in a plane's cockpit is now in custody after allegedly trying to turn off the engine of an Alaska Airlines flight while it was midair on Sunday.
Give you a heads up. We've got the guy that tried to shut the engines down out of the cockpit, and he doesn't sound like he's causing any issue in the back right now. I think he's subdued. Other than that, yeah, we want law enforcement as soon as we get on the ground and park.
That was audio of a pilot confirming the suspect had been successfully subdued. 44-year-old Joseph David Emerson is facing 167 counts, including 89 counts of attempted murder. Alaska Airlines says the suspect was traveling in the flight deck jump seat for auxiliary passengers when he, quote, unsuccessfully attempted to disrupt the operations of the engines yesterday. The plane was en route from Washington State to San Francisco, but was diverted to Portland. Local law enforcement and the FBI are investigating the incident. Joshua School joins us now. He formerly served as the Executive Assistant Director for Intelligence for the FBI. He's also the president and founder of Bow Wave, which provides services to support U.S. national security. Good to have you. So what factors would cause the FBI to get involved in this investigation, just to understand the investigation itself?
Sure. Well, the FBI has investigative primacy for all crimes aboard aircraft. A lot of folks don't know, but the FBI is responsible for over 300 violations in total. And since 2021 has really prioritized crimes aboard aircraft, since we've seen some of these heinous acts, not just on trying to enter a cockpit, but people trying to open doors or attack flight attendants.
So not only did a man allegedly attempt to shut off the engines of a midair flight, but that man is reportedly an off-duty pilot for Alaska Airlines. How concerned should Americans be about national security when you hear about something like this?
Well, Well, I think being the employee is pretty unique, obviously, but this does heighten the need for insider threat awareness, understanding what the airlines are doing to ferret out this type of activity, understanding what may have happened previously in this person's life that would have triggered something like this. It's pretty egregious, but I don't think that this type of insider threat is normal.
So, I mean, I guess the question is, I'm sure pilots are vetted and extra vetted and extra vetted. I mean, is that the case?
I think the investigation will bear that out. We need to see what triggered him to do this. Is there an ideology associated with him looking to try and do this? Or is there just a mental instability? And what triggered this event? Why did he go at this time to try and shut off the engines in this airplane?
Well, it sure is a concerning time with so much friction, polarization, and concern security-wise around the world. But what do you suppose are the next steps in this investigation? Would it be to look at possible ideological connections?
Absolutely. FBI is working with all their partners, the FAA, state and local law enforcement, and they're going to unpack this person's life, understanding what his ideology was. As you mentioned, is there any leanings towards terrorist ideology? Is there just a mental instability? They're going to go through his social media, all of his computers, his phones, and of course, he's facing really serious charges.
Absolutely. I mean, that said, Alaska Airlines did put out a statement saying that this is not, or they don't suspect at this time that it is connected to any kind of political or ideological aspect of in terms of motivation. But what actions can or should be taken to prevent an incident like this from happening again? And what do you suspect made this turn out as it did, where nobody was hurt?
So first steps in that, and this goes back to many years of heightening awareness for the public, and that is see something, say something. If somebody is acting suspicious, no matter what is going on, you need to tell authority figures. And that could have been something that happened and will be uncovered in the investigation, that there may have been warnings, which is what the FBI and state and local law enforcement are looking at. Did this person surface on law enforcement radar before this incident? Going forward, in a heightened threat environment, law enforcement needs the public's help. They cannot do this alone. And those tips and leads, they matter.